'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care.
Healthy breakfast. Look at that.
Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright? I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing?
Okay, we're going up to have a look at a mine apparently. Car's parked down there. Ready to go? Okay. This is why we bought four-wheel drives, so we can go walking. I don't mind a short walk. Still climbing. Okay, we're still going uphill. Whew. Shane's finally caught up. I was setting a pretty cracking pace, he was struggling. Carry on. This is it. Top of the hill for me. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I've been recording this whole time. I think it'll take a lot of it.
It's a bit easier going downhill.
Did you want an answer?
No? Yeah, you could say yes.
Definitely.
Definitely easier going downhill.
I hope my credit card machine's not wrong.
I want to see this mine that you reckon's here somewhere.
Yeah, well, it is. It's collapsed in, but maybe this was it until they've redone it.
This is like a creek bed we're going up here.
Go down to the straight thing.
Oh yeah, it's opening now, yeah.
And then we'll come back up.
Yeah.
Righto, Lithgow. It started off in 1824. So, what does that tell you? Next year, it will be
Oh yeah, 24.
200 years.
200 years old.
Wow.
So, I don't know what sort of celebration on. A bloke called Arthur Brown came here, was a Scotsman in 1824, and he was allocated some land here in the valley, and it's called Tweed Valley. And in Tweed Valley, everybody that comes here knows where McDonald's is. You know where McDonald's is?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you do. There's a little valley down the side of McDonald's there, on the other side of the road at McDonald's. And that's called the Tweed Valley. And that's where he established himself. And what he did, he built a flour mill down there. And the flour mill lasted for quite some time. But he decided in the end, he had coal all over his property and all the rest of it around the town. And what he did was, in the end, he converted that flour mill into a woolen mill. And that woolen mill went from about 1851 to 1973.
Wow.
Not under his ownership, obviously, but it went a hell of a long time. And it's renowned, the place. The reason being is Lithgow is very, very highly industrialised, or was, I should say. In its heyday, Lithgow had 29 coal mines in and around the area, and we've got 2 left today. And to say that we are coal miners and we are sons and daughters of, it just goes to show that we are, and we're proud of it. And we'll fight to the death to keep them going, because this is what this town's all about. And you drove out here today. You came out this way, did you?
Yep.
Yep.
You drove past what we call the blast furnace.
Yep.
Did you go there?
Yep.
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 That it was the first iron and steel works in Australia in our history. So what did we have? We had an iron and steel works, we had a gas works, we had a brick works, we had 29 coal mines, we had the blast furnace, we had a pottery. You would have saw that at this bank.
Yeah.
We had a pottery that made some beautiful pots and things, and it's still there as it is today, and lots of other industries as well. The establishment on the 8th of June 1912 of a factory here in Lithgow, which still stands, and it's called the Small Arms Factory.
Oh, you still got one.
Sorry?
You still got one here.
And it's the same place.
Mm.
The Small Arms Factory, as I said, 1912, and it's been going continuously since then, and it still is today. And not only it supplied the woolen mill supplied all the khaki uniforms to our troops in both wars.
Wow.
And not only that, we made all the guns here. You needed coal, coke to burn the furnaces and all the rest of it, to make the iron and steel, etc., to make the guns. And we just had people here living out in the mountains. We are in a valley here. This is what we call ourselves. Well, now they do. They didn't in my day, but they call ourselves here the 7 Valleys these days. And not only are we part of the 7 Valleys, the entire town itself is in a valley. You can see it as you drive around. And we're all split straight in the guts by a railway line, as it turns out. So, 1869 was another important year. 2 reasons. One was the first commercial coal mine started, and the commercial coal mine was the Hermitage Colliery in the Hermitage Flat. Lithgow has, believe it or not, 14 suburbs.
Wow.
The mine was owned initially by the Reverend Stewart. In other words, he was a man of religion. He was allocated some land. He went down there and saw all this coal. He said, "Oh, I'm bucket of church, I'll build a coal mine here." So he did. And the first commercial coal mine came out of his well-being. The mine manager's cottage is still in existence down on the flat. In 2019, it was 150 years old. And Lithgow, in its heyday, had 5 railway stations, believe it or not. They got to the top of the valley and they said, how the hell do we get down into the valley? So what did they do? You know. They built the zigzag railway.
That's it.
Huh?
So this is how they lowered the miners down to the mine, 80 metres straight down. I think they put 60 people in here at a time and lowered them down. It's not that big. In the distance you can see the electricity site up there where they used to generate electricity. Here's another man hoist. They only had 12 people in this one, but it's not very big for 12 people. This looks like this is the coal power station over here.
Before we go down there,
I got it.
this come out of a mine at Hartley. You know where Hartley is?
Is it working?
Here we come.
This has become, I want to get one of these little knobs here. It's got pedals. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. It's only got 2 pedals, must be automatic. So we need one of these.
That's what you want, is it?
Yep,
Be a truck driver.
single-handed driving. Yep, that's the go.
Oh yeah, there's no clutch.
No gear stick. These we use to transport the workers down the mines. Here's a non-worker waiting to be shuffled down.
Don't stand up.
Yeah, don't stand up because they're very close to the top. Then they upgraded to these. Yeah, these had a cover on the top in case any coal dropped on you, so the people, they all crammed in there, all the workers. Sat on old rubber belts by the look of it. And then this one was donated by Australian Iron and Steel. Port Kembla, they donated this one. Hopefully you didn't hear that. Cosy. Motors in the middle. People at each end. Driver set here. Nice. Apparently you can book this place, have weddings or parties here. They just move these couple of machines out. You've got this great big hall. This is the shower house. You can see the floor all falls towards a big great drain in the middle there. And over the side here is where the pipes came up so you could have a shower. Looks like they've all been patched up. Oh, here's some here. There's some hot and cold water pipes coming out of the ground. They've just cut them off. More there.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Marion Curry, and I'm the wife of this man, Ned Curry, one of the men working in the Lithgow State Coal Mine. And this is Ned with Snow, one of his beloved pit horses. Ned joined the state mine in 1945. He's what they call a wheeler. He leads the horses that pull the coal skips to and from the underground working places. So as you can understand, he walks miles and miles every working day. But he loves his job because he loves horses. The men he works with reckon he's a top bloke with horses. Like, he knows how to keep them calm, you know? This auditorium used to be the bathhouse for miners coming off shift. One young bloke thought he'd try and get a compensation payment after he cut his foot in here, but as use of the bathhouse was optional, the court ruled that the injury was not work-related and the claim was denied. At the end of a shift, most of the horses are stabled underground. Their bridles and harnesses are removed and they're fed and watered. The horses are spelled in paddocks at Bowenfells for long breaks and holidays, and as they leave the mine at 6 in the morning, ready to trot down Macaulay Street on their way to Bowenfells, the locals come out and stand at their front gates to watch the spectacle. Oh, look behind you. There's a straggler who got left behind when he stopped for a nibble of grass. What a beautiful boy. but they're all beautiful working animals, and so well taken care of. The families and workers of the state mine community are a very close-knit bunch, like one big family, really. The blokes who go underground, they watch out for each other all the time. And the wides and mums on the surface, we also watch out for each other. But all of us, whose husbands go underground, share the same fear, and that's for the safety of the men. Coal mines are dangerous places, and the threats of deadly gas, flooding and fire down in the pit, they're always there. Always. A lot of men have been killed at this mine. Some due to carelessness, others just a lack of understanding. Back in 1925, which is before my time, I might add, a 42-year-old married man, miner David Fleming, was crushed by a cage at the base of the downcast shaft of this mine. The cage, which is used to transport men, horses and skips up and down the shaft, is driven by a winding engine driver. But he's on the surface and he can't see the cage. A shiftman down in the mine signals the driver by rapping a bell. 4 raps to raise the cage, 5 raps to lower the cage, and 1 single rap to stop it. Anyway, Fleming was crossing the base of the shaft to help an injured man up when the shiftman noticed that the cage was descending. Immediately, he signals stop with 1 rap, but the cage is dangerously close, so he signals 4 raps to raise. Now it's thought that the 4 raps were signalled too close to the single stop rap, and possibly had the driver thinking that it was 5. The cage was lowered, and it crushed David Fleming. Safety is a major concern in Australian mining, and possibly the simplest safety measure introduced was the allocation of a unique number to every miner, which is stamped on their tools and on discs which are attached to full coal skips to help identify their production. But in terms of safety, a disc bearing a miner's number that is moved from one board to another board on the surface of the mine while the miner is underground has saved many lives. In 1934, miner G. Waters tripped and fell on his way to the transports at the end of his shift. The fall extinguished the carbide lamp in his helmet. Alone in the heading, without any matches, couldn't relight his lamp. He was disoriented, stuck in the pitch blackness of the mine. The shift boards were checked at knock-off time, and there was no G. Waters disc on the board. A search was mounted, and Waters was found. Had it not been for that simple number token, he could have spent the entire night and part of the next day in the total blackness of the mine. It gives me the shivers just thinking about it. A fire began underground in the mine on the night of August 11, 1953. As long as I live, I'll never forget that terrible event. Many theories about what started the blaze started circulating immediately. Was it a seized return wheel with oil drums nearby, a careless welder, or an unthinking smoker's cigarette butt? But they were all just theories, all just guesses. No real cause was ever established. Ted Cave was deputy of the dog watch that night, and he had a crew of 12 men. The fire started at a point between them and the entrance. It was being fanned by the ventilation airflow towards the upcast shaft of the mine, and it was moving dangerously fast. The men, using 2 two headings were able to get around the fire and escape. The horror is 27 of those beautiful pit horses were stabled underground and were in the direct line of the smoke and carbon monoxide that was pushing into their stables. Terrified by the fumes, the horses kicked and pushed at the confines of their stalls, but to no avail. They were overcome by the toxic fumes, and all 27 of them died. Fire crews worked tirelessly for 3 days in the extreme heat underground and finally brought the blaze under control on August 14. A week after the fire started, a day crew went into the stables to recover the dead horses and bring them to the surface. Only 7 or 8 men, including my husband Ned, felt prepared to undertake this terribly sad task. Just about broke his heart. A pit was dug in the horse paddock on the surface. The carcasses were cremated and the remains were buried. And so ended a tragic episode in the life of the Lithgow State Coal Mine. After almost 50 years of operation, the Lithgow State Coal Mine closed in 1964 and its downcast shaft was sealed permanently.
Here we are in the blacksmith shop, having a quick look around. Look at that. That's an anvil, a massive anvil. Oh, another one. Check them out. Got a press over there. Bit of an oven happening. Oh, check out all these tools. Tools, tools, and more tools. And he was a happy worker. There's some photos in here. Oh, things he's made. Oh yeah, nice work. Here we have the bathhouse. We were just in there a minute ago, having a look around. They could bath, how many? 300 people at once. That's a serious amount of showers. And there's no petitions, it's all just one big open area full of showers. So, all together. That's where the mine shaft was. It's all sealed up now with concrete, or the top sealed over. They used to lower people down there. This looks like one of the mining vehicles that cut into the... Look at the little points on there. They've got like hardened steel points on them and they're still shiny. It's a pretty mean looking vehicle. Working at the power station. Through most of the life of the Lithgow Power Station, working conditions were quite Spartan. The long turbine house must have been freezing in winter. That over here. Oh yeah, so that's it back in the day. We'll zoom in on that one. And then if I pan up here, that's what it looks like now. Just above the railway carriages. Not much left. Here's a young bloke all kitted up, ready to go down. Got his mask and his helmet and his gas light on his head. This one. Here's a lot. Look how much was underground. Massive. Here's the hand drill.
That's that
Ooh.
train that we were...
Here's a whole heap of different helmets here. On the road. We're just winging it actually, we're not sure where we're actually heading. Cullen Bullen's up this way. Capertee. Mudgee. That's shown in front in the Mighty 100 series. Coming into Cullen Bullen. Speed limit 50.
Oh, today might be the 30th of December. They're down there on the dragway. They're actually going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there'll be no camping down there then. Well, maybe there is. Yeah. Yeah, she looks pretty dusty down there. I'd say there's some cars racing around the course.
That's where you had the club
Yes.
there, was it?
Yes. Yep.
And they pay money for it, do they?
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cheap, I think, but they do, yeah. Cullen Bullen Showground. That was an option to camp there, but looks like the speedway's on down there, so probably not. Gates are open, good sign. I can see cars up there. Oh, there's a fire pit there too. I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. I've not been down this side before. We usually go up the mountain. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Subsidence monitoring. Glenlown Mountain. Glenlown Mountain. And this is camp. entree is mini spring rolls out of the air fryer. Air fryer. Oh yeah, maybe Starlink's on too.
There, that's it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Oh,
look at that. Oh, perfect.
Oh, just around the edges, look at that, browned off nicely. They'll be hot right through.
I can smell it.
Oh, how would they be with ice cream?
We
We don't have ice cream?
But we've only got Paul's custard. I didn't even get the gold one this time.
Oh yeah, we've got custard here. This will be nice. Custard, look at that. Okay, dish them up. Let's go. I have to get a plate, do I?
I can probably... Done.
Here we go, action. Look at that.
Got to do one take.
Yeah, this is one take so far. There's no editing going on here. Make sure you get it right.
Oh, say when.
Custard.
Oh, that's when for you.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say when.
This shit's no good for you.
I've got to do some B-roll.
Oh, you want cutlery?
Custard is dripping off it. Look at that. Man, this is going to be terrible. Full moon tonight. We've got the fire down here. And up to full moon. Look at that. Good to go. Oh, the front camera's on. I wonder if it's stuck on the battery. Hang on, start again.
Hang on. We'll have to start that all again now. I pressed stop.